How did planets get their names? The origin of planet and constellation names is an interesting page in the history of astronomy. Who are these mysterious people who give names to planets? Why are most names associated with Greek and Roman gods, and how did Earth escape this fate?
And can a child really come up with a name for a planet?
Modern planet names come to us from ancient Greek and Roman mythology. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn have been known to humanity for a long time. The tradition of naming celestial bodies after the gods of their religion began with the first peoples of Egypt and Mesopotamia. The Greeks, when choosing names for the planets, paid attention to their movement and appearance. The Romans, after conquering Greece, gave the planets the names of their own deities. In ancient Greece, the first planet of the solar system was called Hermes, after the messenger of Zeus, the swift-footed god of trade, wearing magic sandals with wings. The Romans named the planet Mercury, that was the name they used for Hermes. Ancient astronomers could not ignore the fact that Mercury moves across the sky faster than any other planet. Venus was named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. After the sun and the moon, Venus is the brightest object in the sky, which is why it is also called the morning and evening star. However, Earth was not considered a planet until the 16th century. Ancient astronomers believed that Earth was the center of the universe and that stars and planets revolved around it. Since our planet was not considered a part of the sky, it was named Earth, which means from the soil. Mars always frightened people with the blood-red color of its surface. That's why the Romans named the planet after the god of war, Mars, whom the Greeks called Ares. The largest planet in the solar system, the giant Jupiter, was named after the Roman god, the supreme deity of the Roman pantheon, the lord of the sky and light. The Greeks called him Zeus. Interestingly, the Chinese called Jupiter Sun Sin, and in Mesopotamian culture, the planet was called Malubab Ar. The ancient Greeks called Saturn Cronus, in honor of the god of time and because it is the slowest planet in the solar system. In Roman mythology, the god Saturn presided over time and was also the patron of agriculture. Uranus was discovered by the English astronomer William Herschel in 1781. The scientist wanted to name the planet after King George III. However, the astronomical community insisted that the planet be named after its discoverer. The name, Uranus, was suggested by the astronomer Johann Bode. This is how the Greeks used to call the god of the sky. Despite this, the name did not become widely used until after 1850. Neptune was discovered in 1846 through mathematical calculations by the French astronomer Urbain Le Verrier. Initially, the celestial body was planned to be named Janus, but Le Verrier unexpectedly wanted to give the planet his name. Outside of France, the astronomer was not supported and the planet was named after the ancient Greek god of the seas. The story of how Pluto got its name is also interesting. It was discovered by an American, Clyde Tombaugh, in 1930, but in 2006, Pluto lost its status as a planet of the solar system. Due to its distance from the Sun, it was named after the god of the underworld. The name was actually invented by an 11-year-old girl named Venetia Burney from Oxford, over breakfast with her grandfather. Her grandfather worked at the library of Oxford University and passed the idea to his colleague, Herbert Turner. Turner then telegraphed the name to the U.S. Observatory, where it was approved. As a reward, Venetia received £5 from her grandfather. That's the story. Who comes up with the names of planets today? Since 1919, the International Astronomical Union has been responsible for naming all celestial bodies. An astronomer who discovers a new object submits a proposal, and the union decides whether to adopt the discoverer's suggestion or propose its own name.